I didn't get any time in the garage last couple weekends to work on bike projects, but I did get a chance to get out for a bike ride. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to do a quick bike check on frame number 7. I like watching these retro mod restorations of old 80s and 90s mountain bikes on YouTube, but I wanted to put my own spin on it. I wanted to use 26 plus wheels, disc brakes, a little more modern geometry, and most importantly, I wanted it to fit me. In this video, I'll go over the part spec and the main design features of the frame. As you can probably tell, this is the main inspiration for this build. When I was in junior high, my dream mountain bike was a Fat City Fat Chance. Later models like the Wicked Fat Chance and the Yo Eddie get a lot of love for their awesome paint jobs, but they also had that horrible 90s race geometry. In my opinion, the original Fat Chance was a much better bike. So here's the plan that I came up with. The head tube angle, the seat tube angle, and chainstay length are straight off the Fat City Fat Chance. The main geometry changes I made were a slightly lower bottom bracket, a much longer front center, and it is a little bit taller than their largest size. Because I was putting the seat tube slot in the front of the seat tube, I also incorporated a sloping top tube. I always liked the old Brodies that had the sloping top tube and had the seat stays connect to the seat tube above the top tube. I always thought that was a cool look. And here's how it turned out. Overall, I loved the way it looked, but it wasn't really all that comfortable. The yellow saddle was really uncomfortable, and the sunrise bars just didn't give me enough hand positions. And here it is in its current form with a front rack and a basket. The front hub is a DT350, probably the nicest hub set I own, laced to a 47mm rim and WTB 26x3.0 Rangers. I've got a Soma front rack with a walled basket on top and a surly bag inside. I don't trust myself to build my own forks, so this is a Kona P2 Cruiser fork. I don't know what kind of bar ends these are, but we got Ori grips on them. The main grips are Ergon GS1, and I have a Microshift Advent 9-speed thumb shifter, along with my Shimano Dior brake levers. I've got a Ritchie flat bar with a high-rise Ritchie stem and an old school Cat Eye Strata cyclometer. The Cane Creek 40 is my go-to headset, and this is a 1 1/8 steer. Here you can see the pump peg braze on for the Mount Zafal pump. Got a 32-tooth wolf tooth narrow wide chainring. Some MKS bare tooth pedals. And those are all running on a SRAM NX dub crankset and bottom bracket. I'm pretty sure that's a Road Gear water bottle cage, and that is a Jand shoulder sling pack. And here is the only campy product I've ever owned. Got an extra long height right attached to a Ritchie seat post, a Jand seat pack, and a specialized saddle. Got a nice wide cat eye rear light. And here you can see the Avid BB7 brakes. All my bikes are either 9-speed or single-speed. On this bike, I'm using a Microshift Advent 9-speed clutch rear derailleur paired with an Advent 11 through 42 cassette. The 47mm North Paw rims used to be made by a company out of Milwaukee called Schlick Cycles. And here's a quick shot showing the tire clearance around my custom, homemade chainstay yoke. Overall, I really like how this bike turned out. It does well on pavement, dirt roads, gravel roads, easy single track. It's just a lot of fun. And I think I did a good job of taking that 90s type of all-terrain bike and just modernizing it a little bit. If I'm not able to get out into the garage and work on frame building projects, I'll try and do some more of these bike check videos. If you haven't seen my other videos, especially the series of me building myself a new mountain bike, go check them out. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.